Welcome to day one of a Christmas drawing challenge. We will start with a very simple drawing of this cutie penguin. I grab the sketch on my Patreon to follow easily and my color palette too. But feel free to draw your own sketch in any shapes and colors you like. I'm drawing on 9 by 9 inch canvas and more details on my Patreon. Let's get started. Lower the opacity of the sketch. This won't be a part of your final drawing. Create a new layer and move it below. Select a black or very dark color and white charcoal from the charcoals group. Draw the head, just the edges. And the hands or wing. Select the bright color and draw inside the head. Now, using a smudge tool, the same kind of brush, blend it slightly. Select some full brush or use my custom full brush number 5, you can get it on my Patreon. Draw some full around the face, maybe use a bigger brush size. For the sweater, create a new layer above and select nice red color. Switch to the white charcoal and draw the sweater. Tap on the body layer and also draw the bottom part using a black color. Create a new layer and move it beneath the body. Select the red color again and draw the head. For the pom-pom, create a new layer above the sweater and select a bright red or pinkish color. Draw a big pom-pom. Create a new layer above the face and select the black color and dry ink brush. Draw tiny eyes, just 2 dots. And with the orange color, draw the beak. Turn off the sketch to better see details. If you need to move with any part of your drawing, use the arrow tool here. Now create a new layer below the eyes and select white color and white charcoal. Add a light touch to the face. Now select the black color and full brush and draw some fur around. Maybe also some details on the face, those lines to the eyes and maybe eyebrows. This is simple drawing, but you can still play with those details. Tap on the big layer, select a bright orange and dry ink. Draw on the upper parts and then smudge it slightly. Then create a new layer below the eyes. Select a dark color and white charcoal brush. Draw a shade behind the sweater, also behind the beak and eyes. Smudge it slightly. Fix with an eraser if needed. Tap on the big layer, select the white color and dry ink brush. Draw some highlights. Create a new layer above the sweater and tap on the clipping mask. Select a dark red color and white charcoal. Draw a shade, create a chubby look. Draw the shade on the neck, on the bottom, on the sleeve, and behind the pom-pom. Smudge slightly and fix with an eraser if needed. You can also draw the tiny shade here, add some volume to the color. Now create a new layer, tap on the clipping mask. Select bright red and draw some highlights on the top and here on the sides of the belly. Create a new layer above the sweater base. Select by color and dry ink. Draw any Christmas pattern you want. Now, to also make the pattern in a rounded shape, tap on the magic wand, liquify, and push option. Literally push the pattern. Play with the shape. Maybe try to lower the opacity. And draw a bit of highlight on the top here. And on the sleeve. Create a new layer above the head, tap on the clipping mask. Draw shade also here. I need to fix the base sweater shape. Feel free to make any adjustments along the way. And I will fix the head shape a bit too. Okay, create a new layer above the head and draw highlights. Smudge it slightly. Add some shading also on the pom-pom in a new layer above. Use more red tones, mostly on the bottom part. Now the background. Create a new layer at the bottom. Select a dark blue color. Draw a circle behind the penguin. For more depth, use also a brighter blue. And even brighter. In a new layer, using a very dark color, draw the shape. Smudge it. and soften with an eraser. Create a new layer above the shade, select a bright blue color. Tap on the N here and select the Add option for extra shine. Using a dry ink brush, draw a few spots around, in different sizes. Now tap on the magic wand and Gaussian blur. Drag your pen on the screen to the right to blur those dots. Lower the opacity. Well done, share your penguin and tag me so I can see it, or put it into our Christmas chat on my Patreon. See you next time!